Hot, but still a beautiful day out there again across our region.
Yes, a perfect day to see some muscle cars and a guy with big muscles looking at them. Who am I talking about?
I don't know, one of our coworkers. Let's see what he's doing out there. Corvettes at Carlisle with the guy. Hey.
Well, and to that point, guys, I actually match. I mean, we got our CBS 21 gear, so I had to find a matching Corvette. You know, we wait all year for this. Corvettes in Carlisle. It is the biggest gathering worldwide of Corvettes. It's amazing. But maybe you're wondering what your Corvette looks like under the skin. This is what we call a cutaway version. Look at that. You can check out the brakes, the special radiators, the tires, everything you wouldn't normally be able to see. And this is one of the cool things you'll find here at Corvettes in Carlisle. It goes on for the next 2-3 days. It's going to be awesome, just amazing. So I'm thinking about bringing this back to the station. We'll see. Let's jump over and show you the heat. Man, we got some heat today. It's been hot right around that 90-degree mark and more 90s on the way. So it's going to be a hot evening, and we're going to stay warm as we head into the weekend. Tomorrow, let's show it to you. Here's the way we get into the weekend. 90 again tomorrow. It will be more humid as well as we get into Saturday. A little cooler, 86, but plenty of heat as we work our way into Sunday, 88. It looks like another hot stretch as we go into next week. We'll show you how long that lasts with the 7-day coming up in just a few minutes. Guys, you like? We'll send it back inside of you.
All right, be careful.
We got some big-time heat. You heard Joe D mention football. That's going to get off to a hot start. Also a hot day for some cool cars. We are live at Corvettes at Carlisle. We've got your first morning forecast coming up. And it is hot, guys. So tonight we said, all right, let's get under the tent here because that'll keep us a little bit cooler, right? I mean, it is hot. Cars are hot, too. These are the latest and greatest in Corvettes. So as you know, they're up to Generation 8. That's known as a C8. So we're checking out all the different C8s. You might think, you know, you got to wait all your life to get into cars and afford a Corvette. But no, how about Giuseppe? Giuseppe, how are you, my man?
I'm good, you?
I'm doing good. I just met him. This is Dad Lou, right?
Yeah.
Thanks for being here. So apparently Giuseppe is like a car nut. How would you describe yourself?
Well, a car enthusiast, I guess.
Enthusiast.
I want to shape the next generation of gearheads.
Ooh, very, very cool. So what got you, you're only what, 9 years old?
I'm 11 years old.
Oh, 11 years old. And you got into it like 2 years old? How'd you do that?
2 years old, I think I got into it, and that's all my dad and stuff. He just showed it all to me, and it just came natural. And that's where I really got my start.
So, Dad, you were around cars a little bit. Did he just pick it up really early?
Well, yeah. Well, you know, you could see the passion. You know, after he was done with his school, he was always in the shop with me. It was never forced. It was always a natural thing. And he was always looking for the screwdriver, and you know, he liked the way tools worked and stuff, and taking a car apart, putting it back together.
You really do that? You take cars apart?
Oh yeah, I take wrecks apart, painting, I do everything.
Wow, what do you think of this one behind you here?
Well, this one is really cool. Just the new body design, it's really cool, the color.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Do you have a favorite car of any kind?
I can't say a favorite, but I like them all.
You like them all. Now I understand he has a YouTube channel. You're all over social media.
Yeah, he's on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok.
What's your name so everybody can find you?
Giuseppe's Garage.
Giuseppe's Garage. That's very cool. All right, I do the weather. You want to help me do the weather real quick?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk weather here. How would you describe today, Giuseppe?
Hot with a breeze.
Hot with a little breeze. Take a look. We've been right around 90 degrees today. Does that help the car run better or worse when it's 90?
Well, when it gets hot with drag racing, the car kind of slows down a little bit.
Yeah, you want cooler air, right?
You want cooler
This
air.
guy's good. All right, let's show you what we've got this weekend because your weekend weather update is sponsored by our friends at Century Home Improvements. It's going to be pretty hot, but a little cooler Saturday, 86, back to 88 on Sunday, but plenty of humidity building in once again. Let's talk about your satellite and radar, and there is not much going on. You like this sunshine, Giuseppe? It's pretty nice, yeah?
Yeah, it's really nice.
Well, we got 2 more days of Corvettes at Carlisle, and let's check the weather out. It's our next weather maker, and basically we're going to be hot and we're going to be dry. Is that okay with you?
I guess, yeah, in a couple of certains.
Yeah, so as we go through your Friday, we're hot again. We're pushing 90. A little cooler on Saturday, maybe mid-80s, but still plenty hot through the weekend. So let's check out your forecast tonight. We'll keep it a beautiful evening, and then still on the warm side. So overnight lows are not going to be as cool as the last couple of nights. We're going to be right around 70. Let's get to your first warning 7-day forecast tomorrow. There it is, another hot day at 90, 86 on Saturday, 88 on Sunday. Monday we hit 90 again. I don't see this heat breaking until Tuesday into Wednesday of next week. So pretty much the rest of August is going to be hot. Now you're from Pennsylvania, is that right?
Pennsylvania, yes.
All right, so check out Giuseppe. You're from over by Bethlehem, is that what I mean?
Hellertown.
Okay. All right, well check him out. Giuseppe's Garage. It was nice to meet you, man. That's awesome. All right, that's very cool. Meeting a young enthusiast at just 11 years old. Don't you love this? This is awesome. So that's what's great about Corvettes at Carlisle. It brings out all the enthusiasts, no matter what the age.
Do yourself a favor and get a picture with Giuseppe and have him tag you. He has way more followers than you do.
Yeah, and he's got 2 new ones.
Giuseppe, they say you have more followers than I do.
10,000 followers on TikTok and counting.
Step up your game,
Giuseppe,
Russell.
come here.
There you go.
Will you take a picture with me?
Yeah, sure.
All right, we'll look forward to
We're
it
gonna
later.
hang. See you. Back to you.
Thank you. Hot day, hot rods. I guess it's time for Chief Meteorologist Tom Russell to check out what's going on. The Corvettes at Carlisle. What's going on?
I am already sweating, guys. We've only been here for a little while this afternoon, but you're right. It is hot, full summertime kind of heat, and just some beautiful vehicles. Of course, this is all Corvettes, but all the different generations, going back to the 50s. So a couple of beautiful cars here in this row, and just incredible detail and the way folks really take care of these vehicles, and it's just a beautiful sight to see. So it's Corvettes of Carlisle going through tomorrow and Saturday, and then they have that big parade through downtown Carlisle Saturday night. So it really is quite the amazing gathering of Corvettes from around the world. I love it here. All right, let's talk weather. Everybody's complaining about the heat. Well, more of that coming our way. So we've been sitting right around 90 today, and there's more of that as we head toward the weekend. Let's show you that weekend forecast for tomorrow. We're going to be right around 90 again, even more humid. Yeah, it's going to feel pretty sticky. Saturday, we get this little weak cold front coming through early in the day, so I think we'll hold the temperature at 86, and then plenty hot again for Sunday. We're back up to 88 degrees. So we're going to carry that heat into next week, but I do finally see some relief. I'll show you when that comes with the 7-day in just a few minutes. We are live tonight in Carlisle for Corvettes at Carlisle. Guys, back inside of you. All right, so if you pop the hood on your car, would it be this clean? Would it be a hand-painted? Amazing vehicles here. It is Corvettes at Carlisle, and we're doing our weather live next. Stay with us.
Is live at Corvettes at Carlisle. All right, so it's impossible, right? You don't have a favorite car, do you?
No, you can't pick a favorite here. I mean, this is just a eye candy for any car lover, but in particular, those who love Corvettes. This is my friend Phil, and you know our friend Mike from Carlisle Events. Mike, this is one of the biggest, not just in the country, in the world of Corvettes.
This is the biggest Corvette show in the world. 5,000 plus Corvettes will be here. Car owners coming from around the world. It's cool to have our Canadian guests back, and we're doing it tomorrow and Saturday too.
Awesome. So you guys kind of have a contest. I mean, the cars behind us are actually up for an award.
Yeah, so the car to my right back here is part of this year's People's Choice Contest. And over the course of a couple of months, folks submitted photos and some backstory on their cars. We posted to social media. And then sort of tournament style, cars would advance to what is now our finals round.
Ooh.
And so tomorrow, we will pick our People's Choice winner. There's a voting kiosk in our guest services building. So while this car is one of the contestants, your buddy Phil was the champion last year.
Wow. So, yeah, full disclosure, Phil's a good friend, lives in Mechanicsburg. Phil, tell us about this beautiful blue beauty right here.
69 427 numbers matching vehicle. Bought it in Seattle, Washington. Drove it cross country when we bought it. I've had it about 12 years. Drive it, never been trailered. Keep it clean and go to the shows.
Is it true that you painted it blue for CBS 21? Is that a rumor? Or is it...
Sure.
Sure. Well,
Matches your shirt.
You won so many awards last year. How did that feel?
It was absolutely, it was overwhelming. I was blown away. Winning People's Choice Award, I never expected it. And my wife and my daughter was here. And little story, if it wasn't for my daughter, I wouldn't even have this car.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
I have this car because of her, and we work on it together, and we share it. And my wife's with us, and
that's what the car hobby's all about, right?
Yep, family time.
All right, let's talk weather here real quick. It's been plenty hot. You've been out here all day. How would you describe today?
It's not oppressive, but it's close.
Check out the 90s. We've been right around 90 all day today, so feeling that heat big time. Let's jump ahead and take a look at the weekend weather update. It is sponsored by our friends at Century Home Improvement. So we're looking at a slightly cooler day on Saturday, not much, 86, 88 on Sunday, plenty of heat there for sure. So that's what your weekend looks like. We're very quiet in the meantime. We've been out here. It's been mostly blue skies, a little haze, but very quiet weather. So I don't see much happening. Let's talk about our next weather maker. maker. As we go into tomorrow, a little more humid. You're going to notice that. More humid as we head into the weekend, but then a little weak front comes through, and that'll keep us a little bit cooler on Saturday, mid-80s instead of 90. So that's the way it looks. Pretty dry through the weekend, a pretty dry stretch overall. So tonight, beautiful evening. It is much warmer, so we're not going to cool down. The last couple of nights we got down into the low 60s. Not the case tonight. We'll be right around 70. Here's your 7-day forecast. 90 tomorrow, slightly cooler Saturday, 86, 88 on Sunday. Monday, we're back to 90. Same with Tuesday, and eventually all that heat and humidity is going to give us a chance for a few afternoon storms. I think Tuesday into Wednesday is when this heat breaks down, but much cooler by Thursday. So one more time, these are the kind of cars you will see here at Corvettes at Carlisle. So this is a 2013. This takes us back to the summer of '69. What do you guys like? Which one's better?
Oh, I love the classic one on the blue one.
Yeah, and then you got to play the summer
Pretty
of
nice,
'69 when you're in the vehicle, so that's perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Just
just put the
crank
hood
it
down
up. There
before
go.
you drive.
Right,
Bye,
yeah,
Tom.
he needed to know that. All right,
Will do, thanks.
moving along here. Another hot day, but really a beautiful day all across the area.
Perfect day to see some muscle cars in Cumberland County.
If you got the muscle cars, you got to show off the muscles as well. So we got Chief Meteorologist Tom Russell to go out there and maybe see what
Tom,
that
why don't
happens
you
with
flex for us?
that. Just the legs, maybe.
How about the car right
There
here?
it is. Perfect. All right.
Now, here's the deal. These are all Corvettes, guys, not just muscle cars. This is Corvettes at Carlisle, the largest gathering of Corvettes in the world, but all different ones. Like this one, for example, was an actual race car, one that Dale Earnhardt and Dale Earnhardt Jr. actually raced. Look at that. Check that out. So you'll see some amazing things. And the good thing about this one, it's indoors. So we're actually covered from the sun. You guys mentioned how hot it is. It's been hot. Take a look. We've been right around 90 degrees today, feeling that heat. And now as we head toward the weekend, the humidity goes up. Ugh, it is still summertime. Take a look. Let's jump into the weekend forecast. Tomorrow, we're going to be just as hot, right around 90 degrees. Now, a little weak front comes through tomorrow night into Saturday. So I think Saturday's a little cooler, 86. And then we're right back to 88 on Sunday. It looks like a pretty hot stretch well into next week, but I finally see it cool down probably the middle of next week. We'll talk more about that with the 7-day in just a few minutes. Look at this gorgeous car. Back to you. All right, now, you know, some cars look like they go fast. Other cars actually go fast. This is one of those Corvette racing cars. Something you'll find here at Corvettes at Carlisle. We'll talk about that, plus I'll have your first warning forecast coming up.
Hot day, but a nice day to get outside. How about in the 90s? I think we got there again today.
Yeah, it's the weather stretching across central PA, and Chief Meteorologist Tom Russell is live now. Who are you with this time? You're at Corvettes at Carlisle.
Yeah, and inside again, yeah.
Yeah, we're inside again. That's right. Our friend Mike Garland from Carlisle Events. How are you, sir?
I'm warm, but I'm good.
Well, the funny thing is we went inside thinking we'd be a little cooler, but there's no air in this building, is it?
I mean, it's warm air, but that's about that.
Good point. You know, we wanted to show you that, you know, Corvettes at Carlisle is all about the Corvettes, and everybody likes to bring their Corvette here, but it's also about interacting with these unique vehicles. So tell me about this one. This is from Corvette Racing.
Yeah, so Corvette Racing races these types of Corvettes at the 24 Hours of Le Mans in France or 24 Hours of Daytona every February. So what's special about this car, in February of 2001, the legendary and late Dale Earnhardt Sr. teamed with his son Dale Jr.
Look, the names are right there.
A couple of other drivers as well to compete in that 24 Hours of Daytona. Ironically, this becomes the last car that Dale Earnhardt ever crossed the finish line in. Unfortunately, you know, a week later, he passed away in the Daytona 500. So,
wow, so this is a historic car.
Very historic, and to have these cars together and retired Corvette Racing crew chief Dan Binks, he'll be here starting tomorrow. You can really learn all about these cars because as the Corvette Racing crew chief, he knows it all.
Yeah, you know, that's what's so amazing about Corvettes at Carlisle and what you do here at Carlisle Events. You just get, you rub shoulders with people you would never otherwise do. You get close to vehicles you could never otherwise get close to as well. So this is so much fun.
Well, and we started tonight by being in the Team Chevrolet tent. So they bring out their engineers, their product designers.
The guys who made the cars.
The consumers come to the show and they can rub elbows with the designers, the fabricators, the builders. They can ask questions. They can pick their brain. They can offer suggestions. And it's all here in Carlisle. This is the epicenter of the Corvette universe through Saturday.
It's awesome. So we got all day tomorrow, all day Saturday, and then it wraps up with this awesome parade through the streets of downtown Carlisle Saturday night.
Yeah, you had a chance to host a TV broadcast of that a few years back, and it's a great great opportunity to see 500 plus cars in motion and to come into downtown Carlisle and experience the shops and the businesses and the restaurants and really what Carlisle is as a community, not just as the town, but as a host to many of these great car shows.
That's why it's so great for our area as well. All right, thanks, Mike. Thanks for showing me this. Can I drive it home, buddy?
You cannot, no.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's go ahead and show you some temperatures. As Joel D mentioned, we've been flirting right around that 90-degree mark all day, and yes, there is more of that to come. So we got the 90s here. It's going to be a very warm night. That's the big story. Warmer tonight than we have been. The last couple of nights we've cooled off, and it's just been a lot nicer, but certainly hasn't been not going to be as cool tonight. As far as your weekend weather update, let's show you that. It is sponsored by Century Home Improvement. So I think we're a couple degrees cooler on Saturday, 86, but we heat right back up on Sunday, 88, and it will be a bit more humid again as we head into next week. Let's show you the satellite and radar. There is nothing on the map here, so no rain showers, but it is a bit warmer. It's a bit more humid too, so that's why it's a little stickier if you've been outside. As far as where we go from here, we call it our next weather maker. It is still high and dry. That means high pressure's in control. That means hot, and it's going to keep us dry. There's a weak cold front that comes through tomorrow night. That's why we'll be a few degrees cooler on Saturday, but it's going to be a hot stretch. So tonight, it's a beautiful evening, but it's much hotter than we've been, and we don't cool off as much. Overnight lows are going to hover right around 70. Let's show you that 7-day forecast. You ready for 90 again tomorrow? There's your Friday. Saturday, we're 86. Hot again on Sunday, 88. Monday at 90. The next weather maker, I think, is going to be Tuesday into Wednesday with some showers and storms. We're finally going to be knocking out of those 90s back to the 80s. So much cooler, but not until the end of next week. And guys, that's when September arrives. So it looks like the rest of August pretty much hot and dry. So I would like to get this thing on the racetrack, maybe around the parking lot at CBS 21. You think I could do that?
I think you need to distract the other guy a little bit and then maybe get right in there. That's your best strategy.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Tom.
good idea. I'll try that. All right. See you guys.